Hey guys, welcome back to SRE. This video is to catch you guys up on the nitrous oxide wet kit Vetka. So here we go. I'm making this video because a couple of guys had asked Vance, my buddy, what was going on with this project. Did we test it? Was it a failure? Was it not? No. I haven't had a chance to finish the project yet, but now that some people are showing some interest in it, I'll get it finished. Okay, so here it is. Most people who run nitrous in the 5th scale world, they run what's called a dry kit. The nitrous comes out of this tank down to a solenoid into a little nozzle in their velocity stack, and it sprays in. And you have to add enrichment fuel with your high speed to compensate for the added air from the nitrous. Well, I'm not going to do that because I want my carburetor to be tuned all the time. I don't want to have to keep retuning my carburetor if I don't want to run the spray. So I'm making the nitrous system a complete separate entity from the carburetor, from everything. Okay, so here we go. The difference is, like I said, instead of coming into the nitrous solenoid, out of the nitrous solenoid, and into a little velocity stack thing. Let me see if I got one. I might have one. Yes, I do. Look at that. See, here's what it normally would be. This little thing would bolt on there. The nitrous nozzle would come out of the solenoid, and there would be a jet in this, and you can see the little orifice in there. See that? And that would be where it sprays the nitrous into the engine. Okay. So you can only go up in nitrous power gain as much as your fuel circuit can cover in that particular kind of kit. Well, this isn't like that. I am adding fuel from a fuel system, from another solenoid. This is called a fuel solenoid. Makes sense, right? Comes in from a 5.5 pound vacuum pump, powered fuel pump into the nitrous solenoid, out of the nitrous solenoid into the fogger nozzle. And these fogger nozzles are wet fogger nozzles. Nitrous goes in here with let's say a 16 nitrous jet, and with 5.5 continuous fuel pressure at wide open throttle. You can go with about a 4 jet stagger if you run about 900 psi on your bottle pressure on the nitrous side. And that will give you the proper air to fuel ratio that you're looking for, so you don't burn the thing down and you don't hurt anything. I'm gonna add a lot, so it's gonna surprise you guys. But anyway, so what I did was I tapped the bottom of the fuel tank and put a 1/4-inch grommet for a snowmobile. Ran that right into a 5.5 pound vacuum actuated pump. Run a T off it to do the carburetor, and the other one to do the nitrous solenoid. This fuel pump can cover about 50, maybe 60 horse. With no problem at all, and we'll never get even close to that. So we got lots of fuel demand now, lots of volume, which is what you need. So there's no air bubbles, there's no nothing. And this is where I put in another pulse to activate this, so I could keep the carburetor nice and clean, didn't have to mess with it. Now, you're gonna say, well, how are you activating this nitrous system? It's going to be activated not off the remote control per se. You're not going to push a 4th channel and the nitrous comes on. That sucks. It's dangerous. It won't shut off. It shuts off, but there's a delay. I don't want that. So I'm putting a wide open throttle switch, which is, once this goes wide open, right there, it clicks and turns these 2 solenoids on. And then it's get down and boogie time. So I hope you guys appreciate what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to really push this NOS thing in our hobby to a new level. This was given to us by RC, let's see, Wallet Vacuum. He gave Vance the file so we could print this, so I could put the nitrous stuff in there. This is the arming switch for the nitrous. So when this is off, you can run this car just like normal, just like a naturally aspirated car. The throttle can go wide open. It won't do nothing with the nitrous. Then if you want to run your nitrous, you just lift up your body, click that on, and now when the throttle goes wide open, you'll get nitrous and fuel. I hope I explained it good enough. If you guys have any questions, hit me in the comments. I love questions. I'll try to answer it. I've been running nitrous on everything since I was around 14. You know, my father run a little speed shop, so I've been into this shit forever. And for broke guys like me, this is the best power adder on the planet. You know, expense over power. No, there's nothing that beats it. I'm gonna add around 13 horse to this motor, just to give you an idea. So I don't know what these GT50s make, naturally aspirated, but they're pretty damn good. They make a lot of power. Now the only other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run it first and try it, but this pipe, I need to make a bigger pipe, but we're gonna see what we can do first before we do that. So that's my goal, to end up adding around 13 horse. That's effectively more than doubling this engine's horsepower, and that's what I've welded the crank. You know, I've set the ring gap up for it. I changed the rod on the crank and went to a 12 millimeter wrist pin, because this engine comes with a 10 millimeter wrist pin, and there's no way that would hold that. So the only other thing I might have to do is somehow go to a bigger clutch, but we'll cross that when we get there. I got the tack on it to see what it's going to turn once we start spraying it. It runs over 17,000 now continuously, so it should be pretty strong with a little breath of fresh air. So, okay guys, this is SRE. Sorry about the long video, but a lot to explain, and I wanted you guys to see what I was doing. All right, this is SRE and Vance, and I'm out.